Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 108, day 5. Of course, it is Red Day today. So today, of course, we still have the continuation of the faction event from yesterday. We covered a little recap video on it a little bit earlier today. And, yeah, we're making progress on it. I'm not sure if we're going to finish it tonight, but we're definitely going to make a good chunk of progress on it. Aside from that, of course, we'll be starting off with Red Guild War, as we do still have that going on. Looks like we're about tied, winning, losing. We are losing by 5,000 or so, give or take a little. So we are a little down. Where are they in the hierarchy here? They are currently below us. That's concerning. They're beating us, but they're below us. That's never a good sign. Interesting. But yeah, they're right there. And we're right here. But we're currently losing to them. So, we're somewhere around there. Interesting. How did our defend team do? It won once. Gosh, only Brown Day did it do insane. Is Throne voted in dead last, or did our team just really do good? No, they're about where we are. Yeah, that defend team just did insane. It even beat us when we tried testing it. It's strong. Yeah, we have found one keeper, if nothing else. If any data has been accumulated from our Paragon defense teams, it is that you want to set this on Brown Day, and maybe ignore the rest, because they seem average. But gosh, Null, Gimlet, Book, and Enraged Carandera absolutely demolished Brown Day compared to every other day where it's acting pretty average. Anyways, so we got Red Day today. Red Day I would generally consider the hardest Guild War color day, and it's become easier over time as there are a lot more options now compared to in the past. Oh yeah, I actually switched over to a weird. we could keep this. It's actually a fun team. This doesn't work good against. I had this because we were up against Infinite Loop, I think, or something. Why did I have it that way? I don't remember. But there was something we were up against where we needed to have a Goblin Rocket. Not today, though. He has Thrall Leprechaun, which is super concerning. He has Book that's going to get up immediately, which is even more ultra super concerning. I don't have a power of my own. We have two things we need to kill, both Zolgoth and Book. Though, oddly enough, Book is actually higher priority here. We do want our Zolgoth getting up to do that. We basically just need a red-yellow to exist. Oh, I guess that's what Goblin Rocket's for. I could really use a cleanser. The first thing that comes to mind is Divinia, or not Divinia, what's this name? What is this name? That red-yellow dragon. Wait, it is called Divinia, isn't it? Yeah, that's why I called it Divinia, because its name is Divinia. It's tempting. Voice of Orpheus could also work out pretty well. Deny yellow. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go voice. We don't bring voice out too often. But it can do us pretty good here. I'm not sure we need to commit that much. I'd rather have a Blesser if we're going to do something like that so we can get immune to mana drains on other things, like our mana accumulators. Submerge would actually also be kind of interesting. Like Submerge with a tank up front. Having something that can Skull Mitigate. I kind of wanted to just go Elementalist. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go Elementalist then. Elementalist with a weapon. Red-yellow weapons that aren't horrible. There are some in that category. Dawnbringer, we don't want to block on blue. So we definitely just want a standard red-yellow. Trick or Treat, we don't want for the same reason. Blocks on purple. We don't really have any one type for a lot of boost ratio here. Let's see. Flail of Guard might actually be okay here. Because don't you do human buff? No, it's Sword's Edge. That's fine though, still. Because you have Blessed to Self and Barrier to Self, which can keep our mana a little bit safer. Yeah, we're gonna go roll it like this. We can even run Marilith all the way in first if we really want to go down that route. Which I'm actually tempted to do. Just so we have the resummon backup. Not like we don't already have resummon backup, but they have even more resummon backup. And it was do it into double red into, I guess, a yellow, given that we're using that weapon. And then we'll just minus something from something. Probably blue, oddly enough. Even though we were mentioning earlier we don't want to block blue, it is also not going to be a main way that we mana accumulate. So we can end up just minusing it. It's really important that we have that +3 at the start. The only problem is Marilith will lose it when she dies, but we'll worry about that when we get there. We'll worry about that when she dies instantly, but I need her mana just to go very quick. Because we don't have access to that many Empowers, so Empowers are kind of scary. Like, this is what we have for Empower. Not those reds. So this is what we have to empower. Firebomb would make us lose points, so it could be okay, but it makes us lose points. We do have the Skull Spam Empowers. But for mana, oh, we do have Spider. But Spider's not going to stop insta-kills. He has Skull Spam, which will kill us, and Zolgoth, of which Web does very minimal to mitigate. All it does is really just take a little bit from their split damage, which is not the main threat of what's happening there. Yeah, unless we want to try to get lucky on alignment or go double Skull Empower, which double Skull Empower is risky because if you don't have alignment, you kind of just lose, or you take too much damage. All right, let's double check that it is indeed Red Day. Double check all the things, and we're good to go. All right, let's see how it does. Double Mana Accumulator, Zolgoth, backup plan. Let's see. Red-Yellow Exploder with the barrier isn't there? Wait, what? Red-Yellow Exploder with barrier. No, that's what the flail is. It does Bless, Barrier, and a bunch of Summon. Is that among one of the better ones? Oh no, this is Red Day, not Yellow. Okay, let's just get into it. Oh, wait. One last thing we need to go change. Actually, we don't need to. I was going to say we could change our setup. We're running 20% into 8 magic, and I actually want that so we have more Destroy. All right, let's see what happens. So biggest concern is Leprechaun turn 1 will absolutely decimate us. And there is very little we could do about it. I could take green. That's like the only thing I could do to stop it. Well, not even stop it, just mitigate it slightly. He's going to get Skull Purple. The bigger concern about that is if he surges, we die. Though in all fairness, almost anything he does, we die. So the surge isn't necessarily the biggest issue there, as almost all of it is the issue. You know what? I might get Skull Distracted here. The alternative is take red. It surges. We get 6, 9... Yeah, we'd get full mana. Problem, though. What does his Leprechaun do? Oh, you know what? Yeah, we do let him get Skull Distracted, because as long as we surge here, we are fine. Especially if he doesn't surge his purple. Let me double check. What's his plus on purple right now? Oh, never mind. He doesn't need it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, I just have to hope we surge. No! We lost. It's already over. Well, that was a good game. We lost off our 60-something%. We had a 30-something% chance to lose, and we lost. Alright, it's over. Let's see. It's not over quite yet, though it's about to be. Oh, maybe in the inverse direction. Oh? Wait. Do I kill Book? I feel like the answer should be yes, as much as I want to hit the Mirrorlift button. No, actually, no. We go for mana. The reason being is, as long as he doesn't land extra turn, we're kind of safe here. And he's frozen as well. Alright, we're fine. Oh, we didn't get full mana on Zolgoth, though. Okay, we're not fully safe. Wait, it's still losable. Okay, go again. Somehow we didn't get full mana Zolgoth. Okay, heal Zolgoth something. Well, Zolgoth is Zolgoth. Okay, now we won. Alright, that was very sketchy, but hey, we won. A barely win, but a win's a win. We'll do you because it's probably the last turn you get to cast. But yeah, Red Day is scary. I would still consider it the hardest day. It's a very scary day. It just has a weird combination of options. It has a lot of damage. But it's not good at getting that damage going on turn 1. Which it very much needs against double empowers. Alright, so he has Child of Summer. Yeah, he's using double empower. As would be expected. We're mostly just looking to get lucky on starting board. Let's see what we get here. He's blue to red, which is enough to make us lose. We'll double check what the alignments are. And he has brown to red, which luckily we could ignore. So blue to red, I think I take this vertically. It stops everything he has. Lets us have a 4 times. And we hope he doesn't get Skull Distracted. We actually do not want him to get Skull Distracted. He got Skull Distracted. No! And he cascaded a billion things. Luckily he's frozen, so we're still in this. If it wasn't for Elementals, we'd already be dead. Let's go for Mirrorlift and hope he lands. Okay, not quite what we want. I go Mirrorlift again because we kind of have to. Hero will barely live. Oh wait, did I just leave a extra turn red over there? Oh no! No! Oh, wait, I could have had Zug off the previous turn. Alright, this is still winnable, right? You're not stealthied. Yeah, we still win after all this. As long as Yagway doesn't go crazy, we still actually win this. As weird as that may seem. Because all I have to do is Zulg off Yagway when we won. As long as he doesn't go crazy. Yep. And we won. What a weird match. But honestly, I'm just aiming for not losing. I don't care by how much we win. We just are trying to not lose. Oh, there we go. That is our main goal here. Now, what do we have next? Trent, Alchemist. Oh, okay. What on earth is that team? That is so weak. This is, gosh, wow. This is like 2015 team. This is literally like early 2015. Wow. What level is this guy? Doesn't that say? Gosh, this is... How? This was the meta back in like the 3rd month of the game. Why is this his team? I don't think he used Banshee though at the time. Banshee didn't used to give souls at that time. Or have the boost ratio, I don't think. I don't remember. But, yeah, Trent, Alchemist, Valkyrie, one other option. Probably your hero. Like, that was meta at one point. Because you got a bunch of gold, a bunch of souls, and you had a good kill option. I know, that's a really big callback. Gosh. That's like an ancient team. Why on earth is that their defend team? Especially for Guild War. Like, seeing that in PvP, it's like, oh, that's nostalgic. Seeing that in Guild War, I have no clue what they're doing. But it is very funny. But yeah, that's an ancient team. If anyone remembers that team, gosh, you've been playing since pretty much day one. Okay, we'll throw that down. Okay, I'm not sure why their team was so weak, but I'll take it. Free win. Super free win. Alright, now we have our serious team again. Oh, they're running Ferocity. Actually, isn't that almost the same team we run currently? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Wait, do I use Summer on a different day? Why do I not use Summer on this day? Oh! I should have. You know what? I used to use Summer on a different team, which is why I use Tapon here. But then I switched that other team, so it no longer has Summer. But then I forgot to switch Tapon back to Summer. Oh, I completely forgot to do that. Because you know why? One of these two teams, I think it was, one of them, had, because I was running a... Gosh, what team was it? Was it Divine Ishbal Aquilin? I can't remember. But I had one team over here that was using Summer for it, for the Red Storm. But I should actually switch back my Tapon, because it's literally just weaker version of Summer. So I do need to go switch that out. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Because the coloration is different. Wait, was it not? I know I wasn't using it on one team because of that. Pretty sure it was that team. Anyways, let's just keep going. I don't think we need to change anything. Same threats as usual, just with Ferocity there. That's going to be annoying. Threat hasn't really changed much. It's just all threat. Hello, Chris. Hello, TJTimebomb. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Isabel. Did I even say all the hellos at the beginning? Let me start from the top. Hello, everyone. Hello, Bill. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Gimli. Hello, Nightmare. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Roman. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Easy Breezy. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Lester. Hello, German. Hello, Draco. Hello, Emanator. Hello, hello, Cookie. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, David. Hello, TJTimebomb. Hello, Isabel. And hello, Chris. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so right off the bat, purple sounds good. Next, obviously we're frozen. However, we still get value from taking an extra turn red. Problem, though. I don't think I want to. He's brown to red, which doesn't do much, but we can deny some of it. And he is blue to red, which does a lot, but I can't deny it. So we'll just do that. Alright. Marilith and hope we get lucky. As is pretty much every single one of these fights, seemingly. Marilith, hope we get lucky, win from there. Alright, we got an extra turn, but... Oh, 69! The power of 69 saves us. Alright, Ferocity's gonna kill my first slot. I know because I'm gonna let him. No, there's a second way. There's two ways to play this. Way one is kill Ferocity and have him skull off of something that's entangled. Way two is kill Hero because it's the bigger threat and then just let Ferocity go crazy. I am actually going to let Hero live for once. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get his weapon going too crazily. So I'm actually going to let Book survive. Which was almost a bad idea, but it was barely a fine idea. He just barely ever stayed in there. Which is exactly what we needed. He was about to get full mana, but luckily he did not. And that was the big threat there. Which is why you would generally kill Ferocity second in that situation, and kill Hero first. But since the other two were entangled, it was actually safer for once to do it the other way around. As long as he doesn't cast Book, and luckily by one turn he didn't. Okay, so he has a Doom, which has immune to insta-kill, but we don't really care too much about that because it's going to die to Skulls. He's not running Stealthy on Hero, so that literally makes no sense at all why he's running immune to kill. Generally, why you run 1 immune to kills or 2 immune to kills on a team is because you have your main 2 objectives or 1 objective stealthied, so they can't be targeted directly. But in this case, this means absolutely nothing that he has immune to insta-kill on his first slot, since I can simply just Zulg off his actual threat and then we win. So unless we get super trolled by Deathmark, this should be a pretty easy fight. We just Zulg off his hero and then we win. As long as he doesn't have super crazy alignment, we should be okay. And we're going to have to deny the color over there. He has blue to red and brown to red. Blue to red I can deny. Ooh, that's a scary deny though. I think I have to give him 4 times blue. I'm going to have to let him have a freeze. It is actually safer for us to let him have that now than later. Unfortunately, once again, we did not surge. We're getting really unlucky with surge there. I gotta take a big cascade here. Just double check that he's not getting anything good. Yeah, he's not. So we just do that, get our big cascade. He'll take a skull on us, which is perfectly fine. He has no alignment right now. I can actually pass my turn. He can't do brown or red or blue to red. Actually, if we take it this way, he can literally do nothing. So we'll do that. We'll go for 1 to 2 converts. I then go clear out the entire board. And we should be okay. As long as he doesn't get super lucky on his alignment here, which doesn't look like it based on that board. Ooh, Book just got operational, though, just in time. Ooh, that's scary. Alright, he left me frozen, but I'm not frozen on Skull, so I can take this, Zulg off him, and then we won, because that's all we have to do. His team's set up in a weird way where all I have to do is cast 1 Zulg off to win. And I was clear out the rest of the team. And that's match. That's Red Guild War for today. We did not lose, surprisingly. Oh, I was hoping he'd go for damage. Come on, go for damage. There you go. Get a little bit extra points in there. We need it for how bad the other ones went. If I had to guess, it's 9,300. Oh, wait. Why was it so high? Alright, well, I'll take it. 9,500. That was almost one of our highest days all week. Though there was one team that made it super ultra easy that probably increased our score by a lot. Well, we're full this week, except for when we tried messing around with the Mythic. But it was mostly because we were trying to mess around with the Mythic. If we didn't use that, we'd still be 5-0 yesterday. But unfortunately, we did lose once when messing around with it. It was on the very last battle, too. We just ended up ultimately getting infinite booked. Which, you know, that happens. It happens. Especially when you're creating the color of the thing that they need. But there we go. Okay, so Adventure Board's pretty nice today. We got 100 gems and a gem key, so we'll go hand out our own gem key after we go claim that gem key from the Adventure Board. We'll run it with good old Phoenicia. And clear these out. And then we'll hand out the code as soon as we get the gem key. And hand out our own gem key in its place. Then we'll kind of get 2 gem keys. Yeah, pretty good adventure board today. Always great to see a big chunk of gems. They add up for sure. You've seen a 9,927 verified on the forums, but nothing higher. Oh, you mean for Guild War score? I thought you were referring to level for a second. I was like, wait, what? Yes, I believe 10,000 is theoretically possible, though also impossible. Because I believe all the parameters are out of 10,000, so if you, like, perfectly got absolutely everything turn 1, or something, like 5 times in a row, or something very close, you could hit 10,000. Yeah, all the scoring for how it scales is, I believe, out of 10,000, so I think it's physically impossible to ever hit higher than that. Also, probably impossible to even hit it to begin with, just because of how it gets scored. Anything over 9,700 is absurdly, absurdly high. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Though, as people have gotten more data on the forums, I'm pretty sure people have torn apart what the actual formula is for it. Like some of the ultra bigger guilds. So they know, like, to the T, like, what they need to do. Like, we know generally, like, what the aspects are of how it gets scored. But I'm pretty sure there's some guilds that broke it down even further. There's a lot of random factors that it puts into consideration. And there's actually a lot of times where ending the battle earlier doesn't actually give you more points, it actually gives you less. Due to how some of the point systems work. I'm not too overly paranoid about it. As long as you don't let them hit you too hard and just win as quickly as you can, you're generally fine. Make sure you man accumulate more than them. Resummon if something dies. $96.96. I think the highest I ever scored was 9,750-ish, somewhere around there. I've never scored 9,800 or higher. Though it is possible, it's just extremely hard to do. Well, let's go hand out a gem key now that we just got a gem key. And you know what? We'll even take the glory for once. We're already here. While we go hand out the code. Bring out the code section. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I never got more codes for this month. Though in all fairness, I still have so many codes from last month. I should go contact Kafka, because if I don't do it now, I'll run out of codes later and be like, oh, where are all my codes? It's like, oh yeah, she never gave me any at the beginning of the month. Yeah, I should go contact her soon. We have enough for like 2 more weeks, but, you know, it might take that long to even get in contact with her. Especially since they're pushing out the patch soon. Soon, TM. Anyways, what was I mentioning? Oh, yeah, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. And there's the code in chat. Enjoy. And after we go clear out our dailies, I guess we'll go focus on the faction for pretty much the rest of the stream. That's the main event we got going on this weekend. And next weekend, Vault event, finally. We'll be grinding it heavily. I might even do a day-long stream every single day next weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Or maybe just a week in 2 days. We'll see. Well, I don't know. We might do all of them. Though I'm getting blood work on Thursday because it got shifted by a week. So I'm not sure if that will make me feel off for Friday. But otherwise, definitely Saturday and Sunday we'll do a big one. Well, maybe on Friday as well. We'll see. It really depends how I feel after Thursday. You do get lightheaded pretty easily from that. We only got stuns, but I'm not taking that much blood, just blood work. It's not like I'm donating blood. Let's see. Yeah, we need to change our team. I'm not sure why I'm staring at that team like, that'll defeat it. Maybe at the lower level range it will. Yeah, we'll take that down, we'll take that down. Throw a leprechaun. Oh, I could have thrown the other one, doesn't really matter, got what it needed. I pretty much always drink water all day, so that won't be an issue. Speaking of which, got a fresh water for the stream. And I took 1 sip of before we started and haven't taken another since. We'll take that over. Oh, also, I checked the mailbox earlier and they mixed up the key again. This isn't the first time this happened. They gave the wrong key for the wrong box again. And I probably won't be able to get to them until Monday. Because I don't think they're in on the weekends. Well, they put the wrong key to the wrong box. That's happened a couple times now. You made the 1 billion a lifetime goal, Dono. Can you get a free a bird cookies? Oh, did you really? 1 billion? Huge congrats. I should go give you some gems in game. Gosh, that's so much gold. I still haven't hit the 1 billion mark. Even if I donated every bit of gold we have right now, I think we're at like 2/3 a million or something. Who knows? After how much we'll be grinding next few Vault events, maybe we'll hit it. You want cookies? Oh, you mean the bird cookies. Oh, I misread your sentence. Because I thought you were referring to cookie, not cookies as the actual object. Oh yeah, we'll be doing the bird cookies. Is that what the other box is? Because I can't get to it until probably Monday or Tuesday. The other box. But yeah, I'll be making cookies later this month. Exact date to be determined. Who knows, maybe around the Super Bowl I will. Something to snack on. Because we'll have our Super Bowl stream a little bit earlier. Oh, I should probably mention that. Not tomorrow, but next week, Sunday. We're probably streaming... oh yeah, never mind. We'll be streaming all day anyways because of the Vault event. But yeah, the Sunday Vault event stream will be a little bit shorter, and we won't be having a nightly stream. Mostly because of Super Bowl. So compared to the other 2 streams that are probably going to be a bit longer, The Sunday one's going to be a bit shorter, and we're not going to have one at 8. Whereas the other two will probably run through the 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week for the Vault event, that is. Hey, there we go. I might as well grab the other one, because why not? Even though it's only a trap. It's a trap! Alright, oh yeah, we still have crowns. Luckily, it's the second to last day, so I might as well do it. I won't have to do it today and tomorrow, and then never have to deal with it again until, like, 3 weeks from now. They've been doing so many Kingdom events. They should slow them down a little bit. Alright, let's just go get them. It's one of those dailies where we could theoretically skip it and not miss out on much. And the more they keep doing it, the more I am tempted to do so. Like, obviously, we go for the 50 tier rewards. But all the extra loot beyond that, I am getting increasingly less inclined to get. You did it for the cookies. Yeah, let me go see the number. I didn't actually look at it. What is my number even at these days? Oh, let me go claim the seals. I probably should have done that earlier. You actually get some extra keys from it from Guild Wars whenever you win a Guild War day. Let me see. Roster. Oh, yeah, I'm at 2/3 a million. I'm getting there. Yeah, look at that. The only person in the guild, Isabel with 1 billion. I'm at 2/3 of a billion. We've been in here for a longer amount of times. We're only at 2/3 a billion. Oh, wait. I did it based on gold. Well, you did 10 millions this week, too. But let me do it overall. So we're the 4th overall in our own guild. Which means Azala, HP Herm, and Isabel have all donated more than us in a shorter amount of time. That's kind of funny. Yeah, we're at 2/3 a billion. Not quite there yet. Even if you count like all the gold we have right now, that's not even 700 million. Though it would be if we opened up all the keys and everything, but obviously we're not doing that. Though we still need to open up these vault keys. We're not even going to be able to finish them before the next vault event. We'll chip into them a little bit more, though. Anyways, let's go get our crowns. And then we'll probably mess with the faction event for most of the rest of the time. I don't think we're going to, like, finish it. We'll get pretty close. I'll have to get into, like, the 100 range. And then we'll finish it out tomorrow. They're sending us 69 cookie cutters. Oh, gosh. What about this Tuesday? State of the Union address? Oh, is that actually happening? What time is that happening? I haven't been following politics much in the last couple of years, but I actually do want to catch that. Mostly because it would be very funny. I know it's not supposed to be comedic, but it definitely is like every time, regardless of who's president. Because you know what they're going to say before they say it. Like, you know every single thing that's going to happen. But seeing it actually unfold is so interesting. I don't know, I might do Tuesday night at normal time, we'll see. I'll catch it after the fact. I always thought to start a little bit later in the night. Like after our stream. Which is a way to check. State of the Union, EST. Let's see. Jim. Not that. I guess just Google to get us there. Google.com. What was it doing? State of the Union 2023 time EST. Yeah, it's after the stream. Yeah, we don't have to change the stream time. It might end like 5 or 10 minutes early. But it ends, or it starts when we end our stream normally. So yeah, Tuesday would be unaffected by that. But dude, thanks for reminding me though, because I actually did not know that was happening this week. That is this week, right? Yep, February 7th. That is this Tuesday. We'll take a green. Green or yellow? I'll take the green. Hey, isn't there a new Speaker of the House too? Who even got the Speaker of the House role? I've been following politics so little I don't even know. Send mini cookie colors, cookie cutters for mini cookies. Actually, I should go get icing and color them like the colored birds that they are. Ooh, I need to go pick up icing. I'm either going to do like gingerbread cookies or sugar cookies. And do them with colored icing representative of the bird. Though the only problem is I would need so many different colors, and I'm probably going to get lazy to do that many different colors. Because realistically, based on how many birds there are, we would need like almost 10 colors. And I don't think I'm going to get that many different icings. I'll try to do it for a couple of them if I can, though. It failed 14 votes. I did hear about that. Which, isn't that like the most in history that it ever failed by or something? Just get vanilla and some food coloring. But yeah, but then you have the weird food coloring taste, though. Worst comes to worst, I already have icing at the house. And they won't be unique colored, but they would taste good. Yeah, I generally don't use food color. I know food coloring's like in a lot of stuff. But I feel like it's harder to bake with food coloring compared to when it's already in a product. What kind of cookies am I going to make? Either gingerbread or sugar cookies. Probably sugar cookies. I haven't had them for as long. Depends what I can find. Like sometimes when I go out for sugar cookies, I just can't find them. Like I check the normal spots where all the mixes are for them and just not there. Not like they'd be in a different location. I feel like the stores near me keep, like, shifting around everything in their store. I think there's some kind of psychological reason for that, as in, like, they're deliberately trying to get you lost in the store so you find other products. Or some kind of psychology like that. But I feel like every few months, they get, like, an overhaul. Like, not a complete overhaul, like, you know, the produce and meats are generally in the same location. But many of the other stuff, like, in between, I feel like it's mixed around so much, like, where it's positioned locationally. Make it from scratch? I have never made sugar cookies from scratch. And honestly, I'm not even sure of their full composition. If you were to make it from scratch. I don't bake that often. Or even cook for that often, for that matter. Oh, I definitely bake way less than I cook. I knew someone new in high school who was actually going to be a pastry chef. Which is an interesting life goal. Like, not like any specific cooking, just specifically pastry-related things. I know, there's this thing called the internet where you can find recipes, I am aware. I just mean that in the sense that I don't know it off the top of my head. Yeah, there are peanut-free cookie doughs. Actually, a good majority of them surprisingly are. It's normally anything that has like chocolate chips or something that's in like a pre-made thing that tends to not be edible. Because normally the chocolate chips with how they're processed or may contain. But most doughs and stuff like that, they're kind of fine. A good majority of them. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. It's normally some of the other things that are in them. Or the place that they're processed at that's the issue. If they have like some kind of nut variant or something similar. Or if one of the ingredients in it is nut-based, which the chocolate chips generally are, even if they're just normal chocolate chips. Just because they're processed on the same equipment. We need one more crown. And then we can actually go do the faction event already. Make progress on that. Come on, crown. Come out wherever you are. This crown just does not want to drop, does it? How many battles have we gone now? Like at least a couple dozen. That's the weirdest thing about doing these two. It's always the 10th one that's the most annoying, but there it is. Yep, we got a chest, might as well grab it. A single Yasmin. I actually need those. I'm running low on Yasmins. I've been for a while now. Oh, there we go. A Vault Key and 2 Gem Keys. Perfect. Alright, only last thing to do. Let's go to the faction event. Actually, that's not true. This is the Ward event too. How's the guild doing? That's not the one I'm looking for. How's the guild doing on the event? They're doing good. Are we dead last? Yeah, see, we're helping. We need to do some more battles if they're not already there tomorrow night. But for now, let's go to the faction. Oh, we already did dungeon earlier. So we're still using the same team from earlier. Though we're probably going to need to adjust our team soon. To the good old infinite loop. The good old truffle. Actually, I might just switch to it now after this floor. I'll be floor 100 after all anyways. I'm not even going to switch into armor right now. Even though it would be better for this team, we're about to switch out of it like in 8 battles. And some of these we can already one-shot anyways. Actually, a surprisingly high range of these we can already still one-shot. Not that one, though. But I find it funny that the pattern for this one is still the same as the other one. Do the little swivelly snake-like shape and then do the circles. I like that touch. Very interesting premise. I wish more of them thematically work together that way. Like the designs of the layouts. A lot of them are trying to be improvements to the older ones, though. I was like, catch you later, Clip Bomb. Thanks for stopping by. Sending a 69 cookie cutter. What'd that even look like? Just the number 6 and 9. You're bad at decorating Christmas cookies. All you really need is a bunch of red and green icing. And maybe some of those little sprinkle thingies that look festive. Just add half an inch of frosting on the top and done. That's another way of doing it too. Oh, you were saying doing that and make instead of just doing that, yeah. Like, that's what normally what I would do with Christmas cookies. Like a little small green to red icing design and then do a bunch of sprinkles. I don't think we're going to get that precise with these cookies, though. It's a lot of effort. It does make them look nice. But if they're just for consumption, I really don't care what it's going to look like. I care more about the taste. If a main goal is for consuming. Like, obviously, if we were making them for an event or something, I would generally make them look nicer. But if it's just going to be I'm making them for myself and going to eat them, as long as the flavor is there, I don't really care too much what they look like. Be absolutely anything. Let's see. But it will be funny to eat a bunch of birds. I don't think I've had shaped cookies in a very long time. I can't even remember last time. Because when I'm a kid, I wasn't able to eat a lot of cookies that people would bring. So I've actually generally have not ate shaped cookies that often, like at all in my life. Because a lot of the opportunities you would eat them, like when you're a kid, I couldn't because I was allergic to nuts, and almost all of them you never know if they did or did not use any kind of nut product, so I can never eat them. So I've had very, very few cookies that have ever been in the shape of anything, oddly enough. As the prime time to do so, I couldn't eat any of them. So now we'll eat a bunch of birds. Poor birds. Alright, we'll take the green. Get our truffle rolling. Double our green and hope it doesn't miss. You know when this team reaches the infinite loop? Unfortunately, it has not reached that loop yet. The problem is getting there. Once you get there, you just auto-win. And poor delicious birds. Speaking of which, we're finally going to be playing RuneScape tomorrow. I've been meaning to for a while. It's kind of funny because I covered some videos on it like 5 years ago, some of which are some of the most viewed videos even on this channel. But to this day, I have never streamed a single instance of the game. And I figured this time around we stream our adventure. Not literally every second of it because it's a very grindy game. But mostly just like highlights here and there, maybe like once a week for as we're playing it. Or just kind of here and there just for a little bit of fun. Not sure how long we'll stick with it, though, because it is a very long game. Absurdly long. I do want to get all the quests done for it, though. Because I've never actually read through all the quests in the game, even though I've done them all before. And gosh, is there a lot of dialogue in that game. We're not going to read all the dialogue, but we'll read some of it. Enough to get the gist of it. Otherwise, that will be a multi-year project. If we've read literally all the dialogue. I gotta take that one over. Because that game does have 0 voice acting. Actually, do any MMOs even have voice acting? Does World of Warcraft even have voice acting or anything? I know RuneScape has literally none. But I guess some modern MMOs might actually have some amount of voice acting, if not completely. That'd be a lot of dialogue, though. Pretty average MMO. Not sure why I casted that one first. The other one already had full mana. You generally want to do it from top to bottom. Oh, it has some, but not a lot. Oh yeah, probably just for some of the major cutscenes or something. Yeah, I've barely ever played World of Warcraft. I have like 20,000 hours or something absurd in Warcraft 3. But I have basically almost never played World of Warcraft. Only for a couple hours at my cousin's house way back when, like when it first came out. But pretty much not really since. It just didn't appeal to me as much as other MMOs, primarily RuneScape. Like, even at the time when I had the opportunity to, I still preferred RuneScape over World of Warcraft. It's just the gameplay loop is overall better. World of Warcraft's just overly convoluted in some areas where it just really doesn't need to be. There's one thing old school RuneScape has always done well, that it has like a really... It's easy to get into, but hard to master. Which is generally a good approach for most things. Where it's very accessible, but very hard to get down completely. I feel like Pokemon's kind of in that category too. Might be why it kind of appeals a lot. Because anyone could just pick up a Pokemon game and easily beat the whole thing. But then you get into like PvP and it's like, oh, there's like 10 more dimensions to this thing. We actually did that earlier today. We got pretty high win rate too. We got a 66% win rate in doubles and like 87% in singles. That wasn't too bad. Let's see. What do we need here? We'll take a green. Take another green. Old school EverQuest. I never actually did play EverQuest. Oh, you know what game quite a few people recommend I try? And I already forget what it's called. It wasn't Rust, I don't think. Was it? It was something that's available on Steam that's an MMO. And I cannot remember the name of it off the top of my head. Was it Rust? I don't think it was Rust. Was it Rust? It was some kind of MMO on Steam. And it's probably been recommended to me at least like 15 different times over the years on stream. Though not recently, not in like the last couple years. I don't know, let me just type in MMO on Steam and see if it just comes up. Because I'll see it when I see the name. I will like instantly remember, I think. That's not it, that's not it, that's not it. Can I sort by popular? Sort by relevance. It is already sorted by relevance. That's unfortunate. It wasn't Eve, no. Wait, Wizard 101 is on Steam now? That's funny. Oh gosh, this thing is ancient. How on earth is Wizard 101 still running their servers? What 10 people are they running it for? There's no way this thing has over 300. It has 693? Who on earth is still playing Wizard 101? Oh gosh. That's an old one. I remember that as a kid. Oh yeah, Albion Online. I actually tried Albion Online. Not a fan. Mostly the community ruined it for me. More so than anything. That seemed like it got decently popular. I was not a fan of Albion Online, though. Yeah, I cannot find the thing I was talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna stop looking. What's Wizard 101 about? Oh gosh, I don't even remember. It was like a mix between... It was kind of Pokemon-like, if I'm not mistaken. It was like a mix between Pokemon and a card game, but with mages, kind of. Not quite. It's hard to explain. Though I was also very young when I played it. Because Wizard 101 came out in like, gosh, I want to say 2004. Wizard 101 release 2008. Okay, a little bit later than that. But, how old would I have been then? I would have been 13. That's a bit older than I thought it would be at that point. Was it really that late? I could have sworn it was a bit earlier than that. Because this is 2004, but yeah, it's 2008. I don't know. The biggest issue with it... I don't know. Its gameplay cycle just was kind of strange. Overall. It's hard to describe the game overall. It's just very surprising that it has survived for over a decade. Like, it wasn't necessarily bad. It's just more surprising that it still exists. More so than anything. Like, that's one of those kind of games where it has, like, a big advertisement budget, makes, like, a huge push, and then it dies within a few years. Like, for example, what's that one Amazon game? New Worlds or something? Isn't that game, like, dead now? Or almost dead, getting there? Like, it had that kind of life cycle, where it has a big or I'm not sure if it had a big budget at the time, but, you know, it has a big advertising budget. Then it goes crazy doing all the advertisement, and then it kind of just burns itself out and dies within like 3 to 5 years. It was kind of like one of those MMO cycles, but apparently it didn't do the dying part. It still kept going. It just kept going along. That definitely seemed like a game that wouldn't have enough people to support the servers, but apparently it did. Over the years. Yeah, MMO is a fun genre. My biggest concern with ever getting into a new MMO is just the time sink. Every MMO just takes so long. And a big issue with a lot of newer MMOs is they have basically no content compared to older MMOs, at least comparatively. Which makes sense because, you know, they haven't existed for as long. But it also gives less incentive to ever play them. Because why play something that's, like, less feature complete when, you know, you can just play the one that's already, like, finished and beyond. Did you figure out the MMO on Steam you were thinking of? I do not remember. I cannot recall which one it was. It wasn't any that I already mentioned, I don't think. It feels like it's very rare for new MMOs to come out these days. Because the only new MMOs I've tried in the last decade, I think it's just Albion Online now that I think about it. Because New Worlds didn't seem like it would appeal to me. And after it launched, it definitely didn't. And, I don't know, there's just not that many MMOs that come out. At least seemingly not that many. It's a really hard genre to do. Well, it's because the amount of budget you need to keep on running is just absurd. Oh, yeah, I think it might have been Rift. That sounds familiar. It might have been Rift. Have I played Rune Factory 4? No. Though it has also been recommended a couple times in the past. You think Rift is dead? I feel like that's happened to a lot of games as of recently. Like, it feels like as more and more games come out, like, the population on most games have been kind of thinning. Which is kind of funny, because Gems of War is still at, like, the same numbers as always. I'm not sure how they do it. But their numbers are, like, immune to shifting. It is, like, the most stagnant line I have ever seen. It's really funny. Alright, we need mana, obviously. Well, we would need that one specifically. Alright, double and green. Can we do it off this board? Yes. And we have our infinite. It doesn't even matter because it already died before we could even get it rolling. Well, technically it was already rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Alright, that was a bit of a miss. We're just gonna double the green. Good old green doubling. Somehow did not get full mana off that. Nor did we get a green. We didn't get a green off a Cascade, but somehow we got triple red. Go figure. Oh yeah, you know what game actually ended? It wasn't an MMO, but I think it was last month. Oh gosh, what was that game called? Gosh, wow, I'm trying to mention it and I already just forgot its name. It's that one magic-based battle royale. Wow, why on earth do I forget its name? 1 second. Spellbreak. I should probably go uninstall it. But yeah, Spellbreak servers just went down earlier this month. They actually got bought by, actually this is MMO related. The people who worked on Spellbreak got bought out by Blizzard to work on the Dragon expansion for Warcraft 3 that I think launched a couple months ago. But the servers for Spellbreak actually went down last month because they literally got bought out by Blizzard to work on Warcraft 3. I mean, not Warcraft 3, I mean on World of Warcraft, I mean. Yeah, their servers finally went down the other month. Which, that was actually one battle royale that was like somewhat shooter-based that I actually liked. It was pretty good. The biggest issue with it is they kept trying to move the game in a weird direction, and every patch made the game worse rather than better, and it just slowly killed off the player base until there was nothing left. And then they eventually just got bought out by Blizzard, because they were probably heading to bankruptcy or something. Oh yeah, doesn't Microsoft own Blizzard now? Wasn't that a big thing that happened the other year too? I don't even think that... Has that even fully initialized? I don't think it has yet. If you play some MMO, we'll have a full guild to help us. Well, if anyone plays old school RuneScape, I actually do need help with one really specific thing. And that is getting a bond for the initial bonds. For membership for the account. We could always just buy it. However, if someone has a bond laying around, it is generally easy in that game to earn one within like just a few hours of playing. However, since we don't have one, we would kind of need one to kind of initialize it. Because there's a lot of ways to maintain one once you have one. Where you can basically just have infinite membership for free without having to spend any extra money. However, getting your initial one is like near impossible. And they keep raising the 1 month subscription because they're aware of how many people will just go buy the membership once and then never buy it again. So they keep raising the price of a 1 month subscription. Which of course we could just buy, but still. You can also gift it to people for free with in-game currency. But you need to be at the point where you can actually earn that much in-game currency in the game. Which does take a little while to get there, but once you get there, you just have like infinite membership forever. Let's see. Take that one over. Which I actually like games that do that. One game I played recently that does that is Fall Guys. Fall Guys, if you buy the Season Pass once, you have the Season Pass forever as long as you complete the Season Pass. Which isn't too hard to do. And by complete, I don't even mean like complete. You just have to get it to like a certain area and you get enough to do the next one. And Old School RuneScape's kind of like that. Where you can spend some amount of your currency to forever have membership. Because it's a great way to get gold out of the game. It's basically the main gold sink in the game. Well, there are other gold sinks. One of the main ones is bonds. Membership bonds. It's a great way to remove gold from the economy. Because I think they raised a 1 month membership to almost like 14 or 15 bucks or something. Which, you know, overall isn't like super bad, but still. I remember back in the day when it was like 5 bucks. Back in my day, it was like a third that price. Yeah, we'll be doing old school RuneScape tomorrow to kind of give the full experience. We'll be starting with free-to-play too. So if any of you are just trying it out, you'll be able to experience the same experience as well. Because we're going to be doing like 2 free-to-play streams before we go member. I just generally advise as well, even if you're planning on going member, just because there's a lot of things early on in the game that you do at the same speed as a member as you would in free-to-play. There's really not much of a point in wasting membership time when you could just do it in the free-to-play side. Also gives you a chance to try it out and mess with stuff. But yeah, my goal is within 2 streams to do every free-to-play quest, as well as do most of the main free-to-play objectives, which aren't really too many. Should be doable within like 20-ish hours, I would assume. I'm actually not sure the exact amount of time. It's been a while since I've done it. But I think to do the full free-to-play experience is like 20-ish hours. And then if you want more content, you gotta pay up. Let's see. That's basically how the game is structured. It's almost basically like a demo. But a very fun demo. Let's see if we throw that down. Oh, also, they've released the mobile version, by the way, too. I've never actually tried the mobile version. I'll need to at some point. We're not going to stream the mobile version, obviously. But, yeah, I think they released it like almost 5 years ago or something. It's been out for a while now. I feel like it'd be slightly clunky to use, but for most things, it'd probably be fine. For things like bossing and PvP, you'd probably never want to use the mobile version, though. But for most standard things, it'd probably be fine to do within the game. I think for now this might be the last delve we go for. And then we'll finish them all out tomorrow night. Whatever we have left. It shouldn't be that long with this team. Just infinite loop on all of them. And of course we'll also go over all the spoilers tomorrow. And the final Guild War for the week. Probably go in order of spoilers, Guild War, and then finish out the event. Tomorrow's also the last day you have to do the Legends thing. Or what is it called? The Kingdom Pass. So if you want to do any progress on the Kingdom Pass, don't forget tomorrow's the very last day for it. It's also the last day to use your currency from the Lunar New Year event, but I'm pretty sure everyone's used that by now. If you bought the pass and you didn't get to tier 50, you might want to use some gems to get down the last few tiers you have. Because you'll only be able to get 2 more tiers from tomorrow, so whatever you're short of, you'll need to cover the gap. In order to get the legend and everything else, as well as the weapon. I'll double green, he'll do a thing, we'll kill that out before he even gets to convert. And I should match. Oh yeah, it's old school RuneScape. Not to be confused with RuneScape 3 or just RuneScape. Old school RuneScape is the correct one. If I'm not mistaken, old school RuneScape currently has like 5 times the player base of RuneScape 3. It's kind of funny. Basically what ended up happening is RuneScape ended up doing an update at some point that drastically changed it. They made the game a lot more like World of Warcraft-like or something. It's kind of funny because I believe they actually copied some things about World of Warcraft, and then things started to go super downhill with the direction of the game. And it's kind of funny because basically what they ended up doing is at some point, I think back in 2013, they had a archived version of like the 2007 version of RuneScape, and there was so much appeal for something like that to happen that with only like a year or two, them bringing back the 2007 version, which, you know, they keep updating over the last decade, them bringing that back was more popular than the main service they kept providing, you know, the RuneScape 3 one, the more modern one. And it ended up eclipsing the other one completely. It was really funny. But one thing to mention with that is World of Warcraft actually copied in the inverse direction, whereas RuneScape kind of copied World of Warcraft at one point, which led to the downfall of RuneScape, and they had to release old school RuneScape. World of Warcraft did the inverse, where World of Warcraft actually copied the old school RuneScape concept, which is really funny. So RuneScape copied World of Warcraft, and that hurt their game, and they had to basically release an old version of it because of how much that hurt their game. And then World of Warcraft, because they were already in that state, then copied RuneScape by releasing an old school version of World of Warcraft. It's kind of funny because it came full circle. But anyways. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be, you know, same things as always, going over all the spoilers, finishing the last Guild War day, all the last loose ends for the week. Also, hello, Jason. Goodbye, Jason. Aside from that, we will be streaming. We'll probably be starting around 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so a little bit early. We're probably going to be streaming all day, mostly because I'm going to go all in on nostalgia tomorrow. So we are going to probably be streaming a 12-hour stream. So I'm going to start around 7:30, so we can go until 7:30, and then do our standard 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Gems of War stream. That's pretty much the game plan. And I plan to do one more kind of like that probably next week. Maybe on Wednesday. I'm not sure the exact day. I want to say Wednesday, though. But we'll do that like tomorrow and Wednesday then, and go from there. Can you offer Pure Faction advice? Yes, we mentioned in the video if you want to copy-paste for it. The Pure Faction is double Chief Dagon, Shaman of Set, Saturi. Basically, you want to get into the final battle with these 3 troops, and all you have to do is just keep spamming Chief Dagon to end up getting a bunch of attack gain. This is just for a little bit of red man accumulation if you want to get your other 2 troops, or technically 3 troops, upgraded. And Saturi, once you have an adequate amount of attack, can then do a bunch of skull spam. So you just raise your attack, you give them all the red they need, and then you just skull spam to kill them all out. And that's pretty much the game plan. He also has really high score reduction. The only reason for using 2 is not because you want to cast 2 of them, but because you want 1 to live for the final battle. As long as you go into the final battle with Chief Dagon, Shaman of Set, and Saturi, you pretty much just win. So that's pretty much the game plan for that faction. There's no need to use the new troop, as it only has Fairy Fire and not Hunter's Mark for whatever reason, so it doesn't really help you at all. I'm not sure why they made it like that. It makes no sense at all. But he doesn't really work within the synergy of the kingdom. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everyone.